You wouldn't happen to know why people keep asking me if they can floss their teeth with my nipple hair, do you, Stacy? No.
So every week Netflix release a number of films, and some of them are not going to be for my demographic, and sometimes I'll go into watching one just because I want to review it for my wide audience age rating. So here we have one called You Are So Not Invited to My Bar Mitzvah, and I went in thinking this could be really cringy and really bad, but I also am realizing this is certainly not for my demographic, coming of age story, but I do like some coming of age stories. Surprisingly, there are some moments in here that I laughed out loud, and you might be surprised by my score at the end. Let's talk about it. You Are So Not Invited to My Bar Mitzvah follows Stacy Friedman as she prepares for her bar mitzvah, but her plans comedically unravel and threaten to ruin the event. So one of the reasons why I was interested in watching this is I never know what I'm going to get with an Adam Sandler project. So it's the production company, Happy Madison is back at it, and it's also an Addams Family extravaganza. There are a number of Sandlers in this. And so I went in thinking this could be hit or miss because that's what you get with Adam Sandler movies. I always give Adam Sandler movies time. This is not one of those old Adam Sandler movies where it's really kind of tongue-in-cheek. The comedy is so over the top that it's really hit or miss. It's not like Happy Gilmore, Waterboy, those kind of. This is more of a family affair, centering over bar mitzvahs and coming of age. I think it manages to put a lot of heart in here that I wasn't expecting this movie to have, especially with the dialogue. I think they really nail the realistic nature of family in this. You feel like they are family, and I guess that's because they kind of are. So the way they're interacting with each other feels very real. So when you have the comedy moments, and a couple do come from Adam Sandler, who's not forcing the comedy moment, he's just kind of delivering a line of something a father would do, and he feels at home in that character when you're watching him. So if it's funny, it works doubly because of that. But then there are also cringe-worthy moments as friends start to betray each other because they're learning what it means to be 13 and a young girl coming of age and learning what it means to be a young adult. All of the culture part of this works really well. Even though I'm not Jewish, I get everything that they're going through. We've all kind of grown up and had coming of age moments or made wrong decisions. This encompasses all of that, but in a real way. But you may also be looking at some of this, some of the houses that they live in, and going, those families are rich. So even though you can relate to moments of things that they're going through, you'll have to maybe disassociate yourself, depending on how wealthy you are, going, yeah, I can't quite relate to that because all of our friends live in mansions and they all have these type lifestyles that the biggest issues they have is about what dress they're going to wear and their best friends and what it means and what they're going to learn. That is definitely a Hollywood look at the family unit, but there's so much reality in this between the dialogue and the family unit that it ends up being quite good. There are moments that are interjected into the story, or the script at least, that gives it more character. There's a moment when they go to the cinema and they're watching a John Hughes festival, and so there's just little bits like that, kind of harking back to original comedy coming of age stories that add to the depth of this movie. So even though it's now, and it really works now for the technology that the kids are obsessed with, every kind of part of the party or the schools that they go to, their kids doing TikTok dances in the background, all that kind of thing is going on. So it's very much in touch with this generation. But then you see kind of what the parents have to go through with this, but also believable at how you are going to parent in this generation. It is somewhat different to my generation, but it just feels very authentic, even though you may not relate to all aspects of this. Depending on what age demographic you are, I think you'll find it funny, loving, emotional, and way better than you probably thought it was going to be. It's definitely one of those that you can put in the background, watch and giggle at, not changing the genre, but actually doing much more than I expected it to be. So I'm going to give this 3.75 Nicolas Cages out of 5.
You got one. Congratulations.
Not quite reaching that really, really great film, but also much better than I expected it to be. So let me know your thoughts and feelings down below. Thanks so much for watching, but most of all, until next time, remember, live long and Tuesday.